So the kind folks over at Disney and 20th Century Fox sent me over an early screener for their new film, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, 2025 edition, because this is a remake of the 1992 film. I didn't revisit the original one before watching this one, so I can't compare because I don't remember it all that well. It's been many years since I've seen it. I know that they changed the names of certain characters, and I do feel like the pacing of this film was quite different. But outside of that, going into the film, I was pretty excited, mainly because of the cast. You have people like Mary Elizabeth Winstead, you have people like Maika Monroe, as well as people like Raúl Castillo, all actors that I've seen in other things and really enjoyed. Now, the director is what kind of both brought me some intrigue, but also kind of worried me. It's Michelle Garza Cervera, who did a film a few years back that I covered on my channel known as Huesera, the Bone Woman. And I wasn't really crazy about that film, but I did appreciate what it was tackling thematically in terms of pregnancy and motherhood in general. It turned it into a horror film. While I didn't love the narrative of that film or the pacing of that film, I did find that the overall themes and the performances to be pretty solid. So when I saw she was directing this one, I was excited. The general gist, for anybody who's not familiar, is you have a family taking on a nanny, only to discover that this nanny is not necessarily who they expected her to be. With all that said, I just found this film to be incredibly paper thin and just in a lot of ways just an unwarranted remake. There's nothing to this film that really gives it any sort of grit, any sort of new level or layer that really made it feel like a film that needed to be made. And by the time it was over, I just kind of thought, why did we do this? The characters are all incredibly paper thin, and the story feels so surface level. There's no nuance to any of the moments. There's nothing that really expands upon the ideas, and there's only one big key moment that kind of recontextualizes things, a reveal at a certain point in the film that gives you, a new understanding of where we're coming from with these characters. But I just never feel like it's fully explored beyond just telling you about it. It doesn't really ever flesh out the characters in a very meaningful or deep way. And by the time you get to the end, whether it's from the dialogue that's been going on or the sequences that have been happening, everything just feels undercut. Everything just kind of feels like it fizzles out in a finale that just feels fairly underwhelming. The performers are fine here. I don't think any of them are giving a bad performance. The film is well shot and is well edited. The sound design is solid. There's nothing about the film on a filmmaking level that's necessarily bad, but there's nothing about it on a story level that's really elevated or warrants the existence of a remake from a film from over 30 years ago that, from what I remember, is better than this one. By the time it was over, I just thought to myself, this will probably be the kind of movie that people will throw on Hulu with their family or friends, maybe talk to the screen and be frustrated with the characters. But by the time it's over, I can't imagine anybody's going to be rushing to Letterboxd to give this a 5-star or to tell their friends they got to check out The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It ended and I was just like, all right.